So, what accessories do you actually need for your MacBook for school and work? Well, truth be told, very few. But there are some essentials. This is the top MacBook accessories for students and productive individuals in general. Let's talk about it. So for the past 4 years, I have been rocking a 2019 13-inch MacBook Pro that has served me well, but it has some drawbacks. For starters, its storage is extremely low, which can be difficult to manage, especially since I've been using it long term. This is oftentimes the case with MacBooks, which are very expensive to configure with more storage. So my first recommendation is an external SSD. These things are extremely economical as compared to configuring your laptop with more storage, and they can be pretty easy to carry as well. For me, I rock the SanDisk Extreme SSD, but this video isn't sponsored or anything, so go for whatever you like. And my recommendations would be the following. But if you have another in mind, just make sure to check out the average Amazon reviews to make sure that it's quality enough and it won't die on you, because that's the last thing you want to have happen with something that's used for storage. So get something that's rugged and reliable. Next, as students and productive individuals, we will oftentimes be tasked with conducting presentations, meaning we'll need the ability to hook our computers up to different projectors and monitors of the sort. Now, thankfully, Apple is manufacturing Macs with more ports, but it's not perfect. So I recommend purchasing a USB dock, such as this one. It uses the USB port on your laptop to convert it to all these different connections, so you can do even more with the device. I would also recommend, especially if you're rocking one of the newer MacBooks, to not get a USB dock that sits flush on the Mac's edge. They are really nice to look at and convenient, but they can block the ports on your PC, and they can't really be used with a hard shell case. So they won't really be the most optimally productive things on the market for you. But what will optimize your productivity could be these next two accessories in this combined round: a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, for some, these aren't 100% necessary. I don't even use a keyboard and mouse with my Mac anymore. However, when I started college, these were really helpful for me. When I'd come back from class, I'd connect the Mac to a keyboard that was more comfortable at my typing position, and the mouse would be better for more precise and accurate work. They're just good to have around. Are they 100% necessary? No. But if you are going to get what I'm going to recommend next, they wouldn't be bad to pair with. And my next recommendation is a monitor. Now, for students, especially those in STEM, an external monitor can be really helpful. Now, understandably, not every STEM student uses a Mac, but I attend a fairly engineering-focused school, and I always see students with monitors in their rooms to be able to look at their work on larger screens. It's just easier to do. Couple that with a keyboard and mouse, and you got a rad setup. Absolutely rad and productive. So even if you don't get a Mac, a monitor can be extremely helpful. However, here's the one caveat: you need to figure out how to transport it. I know this is kind of obvious, but in college, you can move quite often. So if you don't have a reliable transportation method, that monitor can hold you back. Pro tip: keep things light and keep things simple in university, because if you gotta move, you need to be able to do it quickly so to not get distracted from your work for too long. But again, if you can make it work, especially for a STEM major, an external monitor can definitely work for you. Now, here's where things get a bit more practical and focused. In college, you will be traveling a lot, and I'll talk about this in my own setup video, but I make sure to prepare for the worst case scenario, like rain, sleet, snow, heck, tornadoes. I'm ready for anything. So I make sure my laptop is too, with a case that is waterproof. Something like this, that can protect the laptop from any potential water damage that can come from a bad storm. And I'd also pair it with a hard shell case for drop protection as well. So these two will definitely help with drops, and especially bad weather, which if you'll be walking to school, you will encounter. Don't expect the umbrella to save you there. Moreover, make sure you get an accessory pouch for all these new gadgets that should also be protected from the rain. Be extra cautious. Don't take risks with the technology. If you get a waterproof or weather-ish proof case, you'll ensure that all of your devices are protected from the rain. And you'll rest easy, knowing that nothing will happen to your tech in the event of inclement weather. So if I were to make any recommendations really, it would be to focus on the safety of your devices hardcore, because that way you'll know that everything will work just as intended, especially if you use those other accessories I recommended to up your productivity. And that was the list of the most essential MacBook accessories for school. I know it's pretty minimal, but I like to keep things light, and I don't think you really need that much in the way of accessories for your MacBook. There are just a few essentials that you should definitely consider, those being in this video. If you'd like to see my personal college setup, let me know and I'll definitely show you that later on. Anyway, my name is Seeroost. It's spelled like Cyrus, but that's like Sea Rooster. Just take out the ter. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day. Peace.